Babes 2024. This was a interesting and funny comedy that I saw recently. It largely involves it's a play on word, I guess, in some ways, because it involves two women who are pregnant, and I guess on one level, the film suggests they are babes, but the film's also about their babies. But also their relationships to some extent, and various situations that crop up in pregnancy and afterwards, and postpartum depression. Um, oh gosh, I remember a film by the same director as Juno some years ago, and I think that was controversial. I can't even remember what that was called. I'd really like to see that again and review it. I was just reminded of that by this film. But this film has a lot of humour and a lot of touching stuff. It kind of reminds me a bit of friends of mine who I've known going through pregnancy, and especially when they've had doulas and all the stresses, the difficulties that uh, can happen, the tension that can happen in relationships. The two characters are Dawn and Eden, and they meet up on a particular day each year to see a movie, and they're about to start seeing one particular film. It's like they've been seeing films year in, year out for many years. However, it turns out that Dawn's waters are breaking, so, um, and for some reason, she thinks that that means it's okay to there's still time, but it's only just started, so they'll go for a restaurant meal first. So there's all sorts of slightly implausible stuff or off the wall stuff, but, I really enjoyed going along with the comedy of all this. There's Eden meeting this chap on the subway, on the metro system. He holds the door open for her, these sliding doors, and she gets on the train, and she really seems to hit it off with him. And he's just in, um, been recording a film. He's a sort of extra, or he has a small part in the film. However, um, he seems to ghost her afterwards. He didn't respond to messages. She's like sent him several messages, and he doesn't get back. And that really felt poignant to me, simply because I've had a bit of ghosting recently of some friends. I feel I don't really know. You can never tell why uh, certain friends decide not to get in touch. I mean, my closest friends, I would say, have been in touch. I haven't lost long-term friends for quite a while. I had done so at younger times in my life. This is different because it's like so one night where um, she has a one night stand with this guy. She actually gets pregnant, and so she has to trace him, and that's complicated because she doesn't have many details for him. So there's that complication as well. There's quite a few different things going on. There's like Dawn's relationship as well. Um, some of their friends appear in it. There's a really poignant. bereavement, or when you find out that someone has died. Oh gosh, that really got me because just the way the how the film ended, that really filled me with so much sorrow, and I could so empathize because it's almost like when you see on film someone who's no longer alive. I was thinking about this partly also because I've recently found my old Nokia phone. I haven't got the charger right now, but I know that it will have messages from people, for instance, like my late sister, who is no longer alive. And I do like the connection with my past, unlike the Ed Sheeran song, which is currently in the charts, Old Phone, which he suggests that people ought not to delve into their past, and yeah, I think it's important to reconnect with events from your past. It's good for building it up. I've kept a diary for decades, a journal and a diary, and I very much welcome Facebook memories as well. There's a lot that I can piece together in the jigsaw of my life. That all the various building blocks, the events that have happened that have shaped me. So I really like that. But seeing this particular aspect in this film really hit me in the feels. I I liked a lot about this film. I'm going to score it 8.75. I really appreciated it. I thought it was pretty funny at times, and I really liked the way these two girls, these young women, got on. Sometimes fell out, but always had each other's back. Um, in some ways, living quite close to each other. They fell out on certain things. There was this scene where Eden's like babysitting one of Dawn's children, and she lets she lets him watch a horror film. And it's just like, I mean, these sort of things happen an awful lot, um, and it is against the law, obviously, letting um, children see films that are um, not for their age group. Like um, 15 certificated films when they're 10 or younger, and it's possibly quite traumatizing. So it's definitely not a good idea. But I know of cases. I know of films that uh, family members watched when below the age of that film. NC-17 film. One particular NC-17 film springs to mind, and I know a 13-year-old who watched it and became slightly obsessed about it afterwards. And I know why, because I was pretty obsessed by that particular film. It's Rules of Attraction. I thought it's a great film, but there's some heavy stuff in that film, and it isn't really good to see. I mean, it really has an impact. But this film, oh gosh, I mean, the horror film that gets covered in this film that Eden lets a 10-year-old watch. I think about a 10-year-old is watching it. It's not surprising um, that you know this kid had nightmares, that sort of thing. Well, anyway, it's a good film. I'd love to know what you think. Please like if you like this review. Uh, Thanks if you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.